In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create watercolor blobs, or sometimes they call them watercolor splotches. And I have done a video on this in the past. However, I started doing that video at beginner level, and I'm going to kind of show you how to add a little bit more color in there where you can mix and match colors a little bit. And I am going to be using Paint 3D to do this video. If you do not have Paint 3D, you can download that to your computer. Now, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and also that bell notification so you do not miss out on any future videos just like this one. I am teaching the fundamentals that you need to start your business to make a passive income. Now, you can buy watercolor splotches, and you can buy watercolor blobs on places like Creative Market, and you can buy them on Etsy directly. But if you have been following my channel, I have built my entire brand around trying to teach people how to use skills that do not cost any money or very little money at all. So if you don't want to purchase watercolor splotches or blobs on Etsy or Creative Market, you can just make your own. And another thing you can do with it is you can actually sell these on Etsy once you create them. Okay, so we're in Paint 3D, and I am going to click New. Now, if we click up here on the canvas, we can make this canvas size, a little bit smaller, which is what I want to do. Okay, so now we're going to click right here on brushes. And I love this so much because we have our marker, we have our calligraphy pen, we have our oil brush, pencil, eraser, crayon, spray can, fill, pixel pen, but what brush we want to choose is this one, watercolor. Okay, so the other thing you want to do is you can choose your thickness, and you can guys, you just have to get on here and really play around with this. So you can choose the thickness of the brush and how you want that to be, and your opacity. Now, the higher you take your opacity, the lighter the color it's going to be. If you take it all the way down, your opacity is going to be a lot lower. So I'm just going to kind of put it right here at maybe 75%. And I'm just going to kind of start with that and see what we're going to do. So I'm going to kind of use these two colors, pink and purple. And we are going to start out with this color right here. So all you have to do is I'm just literally going to start going back and forth. And you can tell that there's some areas that are darker. So actually, I think I got that backwards. I think if you lower the opacity, it's going to be a lighter color. So we're going to invite a different color in here because we're going to do just a little bit different color, and we're just going to kind of add just a little bit more. Yeah, you can tell that is definitely a lighter opacity. And then once again, you're just going to kind of color in along. And you can even kind of go out here a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we actually have a combination now of two different colors. And something else that you can do if you feel that this is too dark, I always like to take and add a little bit of white. We're going to lower the opacity, and you can just kind of add a little bit of white And you don't have to, you can just kind of okay. So that's just adding a little bit of white into that color. And let's say that we wanted to introduce just one more color to that, which I'm going to go with this extremely pale shade of pink. You can also go back and we can add a little bit more of that. And it really just gives it a look that has different tones and different colors. And on this, I mean, there are absolutely no rules whatsoever. So this is how you can create your own watercolor splotch. There are no rules. You can make it just how you want it. Okay, so we have already done a few colors, and once again, if you want to add just a little bit more of the white, you can kind of soften some of these areas that you think are too dark. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to add just a little bit more, like up here in the corner. I'm going to add a little bit more, just a dark, just to kind of give that a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my opacity down a little bit. And then that just gives it kind of like that effect. Once again, there are no rules. And then you can go back with the white and you can kind of soften it. Okay, and I don't really like that, so let me go back to the purple. And you would not believe what you can create by just adding some white and then going back over it, and then just kind of clicking a little bit here. So you can tell that we really have this is a watercolor blob or watercolor splotch, whatever you want to call it, and we have this in various colors. Okay, so I think that this is pretty much a good tutorial on how to teach you this. Now, if you really want to make and sell these on Etsy, you can do that, or you can just make these as your own. You know, if you just want to simply you know, you can make these as your own if you just simply want to, you know, use these as your overlays or whatever it is that you are wanting to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this image. So we're going to go up here to menu. We're going to click save as, and we're going to click save as image. Okay. And I am wanting to save this to my desktop. Okay. And then I'm just going to save it. And we are going to actually save this into a JPEG, because if you're selling these on Etsy, you want to offer it in a JPEG, and then you also want to offer it in a PNG. You can, on this site, you can actually just go ahead and download this as a PNG file, but we want to offer it in a JPEG. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I did save this. oh, I don't want to save it in, okay, so I'm going to hop over here to Lunapic, and now we have it in a JPEG version. So now we're going to open up that file, and we are going to also save it into a transparent background. So one click of a button, and it takes out the background, and there is our watercolor blob that has all these different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply, and we are going to save the image, save as PNG, and it throws it down here, bottom left hand corner. Okay, so we just want to go ahead and save as, and then this is where you can name it whatever you want. And this is going to be in our PNG version. Okay, so I'm actually going to hop over here to iPicky.com. And for all of my YouTube videos, I always make a YouTube thumbnail. So I'm going to click here on Create a Design. And a YouTube thumbnail is, I'll get in here. Okay, so a YouTube thumbnail is 1280 by 720, and we are going to click Create. Now I'm actually going to upload the watercolor blob or swatch that we just created in the PNG version. Okay, and then we're going to move this over here. And here is what is so great about watercolor when you make these. So if you feel that this is too dark, you can actually even fade this a little bit. And there's so many things you can do. You can make it, you can stretch it like this, like if you wanted to type text over the top of it. I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless with this. So this is just something I wanted to show you on how you can do that. And I hope this video was helpful to you. If you do have any questions or comments on this, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Also, again, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit that bell notification. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.